So, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, welcome back. It is game number 3 of the Time Filler series, Drewbie against Beastie. Beastie was doing a really good job at winning game number 1 with this harassment-oriented style, with the Reapers, with the Banshees, with the Blue Flame Hellions. Against Drewbie in his game number 2, he just had more of those Marines in addition to the Blue Flame Hellions, in order to take out the pure Marine Medivac combination. Drewbie just said he hates TVT so much, and when Beastie asked him what his best matchup is, he said it most likely is TVZ, and next week we should have a TVZ for Drewbie, because this is ROOTDrewbie vs Europe show match series. Each week Drewbie will play another player from the European servers. Today it was supposed to be Wydra, but because of some scheduling problems it is a little bit delayed. But after this game is over, we will hop back on to the European servers, to the US servers, and wait for Wydra until his NASL games are finished over there. So, by the way, we are on Terminus Re right now. Drewbie spawning at the 12 o'clock. Now Beastie is spawning at the 6 o'clock. And we have cross positions once again. And of course, when you play on Terminus Re, there is only a 1 in a 3 chance, a 33%, that you actually spawn cross positions, because spawning next to each other, so-called close positions, is a way higher probability here. So we see Drewbie is scouting out here at the 9 o'clock. Of course, there is nothing to see. Moving over with one Marine already waiting here. He does not want to allow Beastie to get up here with any SCVs, because Beastie was scouting counterclockwise as well, not finding anything here at the 3 o'clock. And now Drewbie's got the 2 Marines out already. There is the SCV coming in for Beastie. Drewbie, by the way, this time going for the 1-1-1 opening. This is interesting, because on a huge map doing this, but now he's moving back with his Marines, and Beastie will spot the factory. He is losing his SCVs, but he spots the factory. He knows that there's something coming up for Drewbie, from Drewbie, and I'm not sure why Drewbie pulled his Marines actually back. He could have raided here at the natural expansion, but he did not do it just yet. So now Drewbie is aware of the factory, and not seeing an add-on on the factory, on the barracks, might indicate that there is some starport play coming up as well. And looks like Drewbie is going for some Marine Hellion with a one single Medivac, which those units are getting elevated up here to the high ground. Beastie, by the way, went for the 1 barracks into expansions once again, now following it up with just more barracks, and he can't allow himself to take, because this would be a very deadly decision, so to say, or a suicidal decision. So he just needs to have stuff out, he needs to get units. Okay, there is a bunker in production, but I'm not too sure if the bunker actually will be too successful. So Drewbie took out another SCV here at the Zalnaga Watchtower, so Beastie is aware of the Marines, of the Hellions, and now we see Drewbie is going for the Medivac. So really like that he's switching up his build, not going for this 1 barracks expand double engineering bay type of play, but he's got other strategies, other tactics up his sleeve as well. But it looks like he's not waiting for the Medivac. Looks like he's trying to attack at the front. He was attacking just a second too late, because the SCV just finished with the bunker. Beastie now got his Marines in the bunker. Drewbie is pulling back with his units. Do we see the Medivac on the field? And it should move into the screen right now, and there we go. So he's going to go for some drop plays, some elevating play, just lifting up those units here to the high ground, avoiding this bunker. Now this expansion for him is nearly finished for Drewbie. He's following it up with 2 more barracks, got even a reactor here on the factory, and there are the Marines dropped in the base, but Beastie is completely aware of it. Drewbie losing 1 single Marine, but brings the rest of the army home safely. Does Beastie have vision here in this area? No, he does not, but he's aware that some shenanigans by Drewbie might be happening, and Drewbie now is pulling back with his units. And let's just see where we are right now in terms of economy. Of course, Beastie finished with the orbital command here already. Meanwhile, the orbital command is halfway down for the Wok, aka Drewbie from Root Gaming. We see 29 supply, 29 harvesters for Drewbie, 33 for Beastie. So Beastie, even though he went for the way faster expansion, is not having too many more SCVs here on the field. But on the other hand, he's going for this very fast second expansion. And if you remember the first game of Drewbie against Rytra, he had this fast expansion, and Rytra had this fast expansion as well, and with some perfect damage to the mineral lines of Drewbie, Rytra was just able to go get away ahead. And now Drewbie wanted to go for some drops here, but because not only of the sensor tower, where is the sensor tower located actually? Here it is. Because of the sensor tower of Drewbie and Beastie, and because of the fact that his units are here in the back, not too much happened. It's just 2 SCVs which Drewbie killed here at the Zelnaga watchtower and here on the ramp, compared to the one scouting SCV which was killed by Beastie. So I really like that we see some sort of switch up, at least in the beginning, because now Drewbie is deciding to have a lot of Marines, a lot of Medivacs on the field once again, not waiting too long this time for expansion. And we can see the harvester count is the same already. There's 40 SCVs against 40 SCVs. Drewbie now knows about the forces of Beastie about to move in, and he might be forced to use some of his SCVs as well in order to defend. He's got 20 Marines compared to the... Okay, or maybe he just not need it, because Drewbie's got 3 Marauders, but only 18 units here in total. Beastie going for his scan, stimming with his units. Drewbie not stimming with his units, just in time. Now he's going for the stim as well. Because of the fact that Drewbie stimmed a little bit too late, Beastie is now here in the natural. There we see the SCVs I was talking about. Drewbie is now using them. Beastie doing a good job at microing his units, so all the Marauders are very, very low on HP. There we see the stim Marines now finishing up the Marauders. Let me just check. Drewbie actually lost not too many SCVs here. He killed, Beastie killed 7 SCVs, which is not that big of a deal, especially considering that both guys having a lot of SCVs on the field already, and 3 of those orbital commands to just produce more of those. Banshee was just taken out by Beastie here. It didn't have too many kills. It killed 1 SCVs because of the fact that actually not too many SCVs were in position here. I was just not catching this wide array from time to time. Of course, when you solo cast, this happens. You can't just check everything. Another supply drop coming up by Drewbie. He does not want to get supply blocked. He needs those units out just in time, so he said, okay, it's time to kill the mule and go for a supply drop. And one more thing, if you're going for the ultra super long game oriented gameplay, you actually can prefer the supply drop over the mule, because the mule is basically just some borrowed money. It's not an additional 240, 270 minerals. The mule is actually only helping you mine out your bases faster. But if you're going for a supply drop, the supply drop basically is a 300 minerals. It's just like someone giving you, here you go, have another 300 minerals and have them right away, because the supply drop is just adding up, doubling the supply on one supply depot, which is of course worth 100 minerals. So if you're saying, for example, you're playing and someone is saying, oh, you was supply blocked, you missed a mule, now you have to go for a supply depot, you can actually say, oh no, I'm just playing long game, long-term oriented. So Drewbie now switching up his gameplay from the Marine only to the tank Marine play. He was repelling those small forces by Beastie, who is expanding once again here to the center, 6 o'clock location. And there Beastie is, Drewbie is having 2 factories with the siege tank production. Beasty's having siege tanks out himself as well, but only one tanked, one sieged up, one just reinforced, and Drewbie having way more siege tanks, both guys scanning each other, and Drewbie knows about the tanks here of Beasty. Beasty knew about the tanks of Drewbie. Currently, Drewbie has the vision from the Zalnaga watchtower here. Beasty did a scan to take out the Marine here, and looks like Drewbie is preparing to go for a drop here at the third base, lifting, will drop the Marines here. This will be outside of the vision of Beasty, so he will not have any idea about this. Meanwhile, at the same time, he's expanding to the 12 o'clock center location as well. It looks like we have another clash of units coming in. Beasty having the way better concave, but Drewbie having way more siege tanks now moving in with some more Marines from the side, and if he's going to move in with his remaining Marines, he might be in a lot of trouble. And yes, Beasty just was in a good enough position just because of the fact that he had more Marines to buffer the tanks of Beasty, but at the same time this 8 Marine drop is doing so much damage. And will Drewbie actually be able to take out the orbital command? Now Beasty moving in with all of his SCVs in order to repair this, and here are the remaining Marines. Beasty saving this orbital command in the last second before it was going down. Even though Drewbie was able to save 4 of those Marines, I think he would have hoped for a little bit more damage. But in the end, he just killed more SCVs in total than Beasty. Going for another scan here for the tanks of Beasty. Beasty with his Marines here at the Zalnaga watchtower, of course, providing enough vision. But now Drewbie's got some Vikings out. Do we have any Vikings on the field for Beasty right now? No, we do not. It is 2 Vikings for Drewbie, no Vikings at all for Beasty. And taking a look at the total harvester count, 77 for Beasty, 63 for Drewbie. Drewbie going for some kiting action here. It looks like Beasty is about to move in, and he's having way more Marines, and those Marines will be able to buffer a lot of those siege tank shots, and looks like Beasty broke through this siege tank line here. Once again, Drewbie was going to go for some multi-base action, but this has been denied by Beasty. But Drewbie's got more reinforcements coming in right away, just finished with 3 more barracks, so he's at 6 barracks in total. Beasty just does not have enough stuff. The tanks for Drewbie are sieged up. Beasty cannot go for the Zalnaga watchtower here just in time, so he needs to go back, he needs to lick his wounds, he needs to reinforce his units. And we see Beasty is going for the +3 attack. Same goes for Drewbie. Beasty does have the +1 on the siege tank, didn't start even the +2 on the siege tank, but Drewbie got the +2 on the siege tank, halfway finished already. Taking on the scouting marine here, no big problem at all. Scouting marine by Beasty is patrolling all over the place just in order to find out if there are any hidden bases up for Drewbie on the 3 o'clock and on the 9 o'clock as well. So Beasty doing a good job at going to have some information about any other expansions, so he knows Drewbie is on 4 base. Like, Beasty is on 4 bases as well, and looks like Drewbie wants to go for an attack once again. The tanks for Drewbie are sieged up a little bit faster, but he was pulling back with all the Marines. He was not moving in. The forces of Beasty trying to take out some of those siege tanks, meanwhile where they were sieging up, so he just basically sacrificed 3 siege tanks in order to save his Marines, and Beasty is just looking better and better in terms of supply. Mass scans coming up, and looks like Beasty is able to break through on the left side and on the right side as well, taking out more and more of those forces of Drewbie. Some more tanks coming in for Drewbie, getting sieged up right away, but the relentless Marines just keep on pushing forward here to the 4th base of Drewbie, attacking the orbital command right now, and GG is called, so pretty clear victory for Drewbie here. For Beasty here over Drewbie. He said he hates TVT, and so he's at least happy about the fact that he will be playing White in a TVP series.